thought popped into my head, you know, I can really appreciate someone's interest like in body modification, because when you see these people talk about it, like they're really into it, and to me personally, I find that itself interesting. But on what you said, where it kind of affects other people, you know, that person who may have gone through extreme like bodily like changes, and say they're just out to dinner with their family, or people might look at them different, or they might look at them in a odd way that they might not particularly like, or maybe they love it, you know. I'm not the one to say that, but I could see how maybe it would make certain people uncomfortable around that. On the flip side of things, like as far as like makeup goes and like things like that, I think a lot of people can really like appreciate as well.
Yes.
Because I find people who are very passionate into that, like, wow, like you really know your like stuff.
For sure. I think makeup and a lot of those types of tools to enhance yourself on a temporary basis. I know that there are a lot of people who think very positively, and a lot of people who think negatively on it. But my personal opinion is it kind of goes back to if it's not really affecting anybody, and it's also not negatively impacting yourself. For example, if you put on makeup because you've lied to yourself so many times that you just look better with makeup, then you're not really doing yourself a service, because you're going to feel worse when you don't have makeup on. You know what I mean?
And you're not getting to the heart of the issue.
Yeah.
Which is what you mentioned earlier. It's like people shouldn't go through these things just to make them. People shouldn't do superficial things to their body just because they think it's going to make them feel better.
Yeah. When
in reality, the problem is, like, internally you have a problem with yourself. So it's like, if you, what's like a really good, really obvious example. I'm going to use fake breasts. That's a really good, really dramatic one. If your issue is you have a problem being in your body because you think that a certain part of your body isn't sexy enough, or like whatever, and you think that the solution to that is to forcibly go get something outside of your body and have it affect your form to make yourself more comfortable, it's like the real problem that you have is still going to be there internally, is that you have a problem with your body, and like you're not getting to the heart of the issue. You're trying to put a Band-Aid over something that's much more profound than a simple cut.
You don't think that, like, on a, like, how to say this, like, if someone does undergo like such a change that they've desired, you don't think that'll change their mindset? Or?
I think it might, but I think at the end of the day, you're not really getting to the heart of the issue.
Okay.
It would be kind of like if you had a deep-seated emotional driving force behind why you have a bad habit, like let's say smoking, and you weren't aware of it, but you had it, because most people do. And then your solution was just to quit smoking. Well, that's great that you quit smoking, but if your response is to only quit smoking and then take up like another habit, like let's say you start like drinking a little bit more or something.
Yeah.
It's like I'm kind of blending situations together here now, because I'm saying he's switching to another bad habit. But the point I'm making is, if you're going into it and your only thought is I'm gonna end the bad habit, it's like you're not really getting at the heart of what you want to do. What you really want to do is you want to get to why you developed the bad habit in the first place, because something was there that led to you developing the bad habit. It wasn't just you were going around living a good life, being a good person with no real flaws, and then suddenly a cigarette just landed in your mouth and you start smoking it, and it's just, that's my vice now, I can't help it. It's like there's something there. It's like that's what you need to get to. That's what you need to resolve.
It's tough. I still see the like any type of body modification or enhancement. It's almost a double-edged sword, really, because you can't you can't really put yourself in their shoes unless it's something that like you really desire. Me personally, like I don't desire horns or large ear piercings or stuff
really?
Like that.
Why not?
You could.
Why not?
I don't. But
I don't either.
Yeah. I'm saying there's people who do.
So Dan, you exercise a good amount, and does exercising make you feel good?
Yeah.
So do you exercise and at least partially because you like the way it makes you feel, and you like the way that it makes you look on like not even like on a shallow level.
No,
it's like
absolutely.
I'm hot, but like I like the way I look. I feel comfortable in my skin.
In a sense,
like,
that's body modification.
That's great.
In a sense.
That's the kind of thing that's like good. But like if you had the opinion that if you didn't work out and if you didn't work that way, then your actual overall quality as a human being was less, it's like that's a problem.
Yeah.
If you were just like, I didn't work out today, I don't feel as good about myself, there's nothing really wrong with that. If you're like, I didn't work out like this past month, I kind of feel like a lazy piece of junk.
I disagree slightly though. I would almost say it's a bad thing if you are having a thought where, say you do miss a day and like you feel really bad about it. You really shouldn't, because look how committed you've been for so long, and say you pick it right back up next day, next week, something like that. But
I guess I'm getting at is, and you had a makeup example. That's another good one. If you wake up and you're of the opinion, I want to look my best, makes me feel good. Part of that for me is putting on makeup, and you put on the makeup and you look at it and you're like, I look good, I feel good, whatever. There's nothing wrong with that. It's not like you should feel bad because you feel like you need makeup to look your best. There's nothing wrong with that. If you're the type of person, and you know people like this, and I met people like this, I'm sure we all know people like this. If you're the type of person where if you don't have makeup on, you literally think you're ugly, you think less of yourself and less of every interaction you have with the person, that's a problem.
Agreed.
And
that
for
is
me,
a problem.
the problem isn't going to be solved just by you putting on makeup. Because as you pointed out, there's going to be times where you can't put on makeup, there's going to be times where you're not going to have makeup on. Things are going to happen in life that aren't going to go to plan.
Pool day.
So if your only solution to you feeling not comfortable in your skin or not feeling like you look your best, the only thing you can come up with is to put on makeup, then it's like you're a slave to makeup, you're really not getting to the heart of your problem, and you're not preparing any sort of backup solution. So wouldn't you want to be in a type of situation where if you didn't have makeup, you could... I guess what I'm getting at is what you should be trying to get, at least for me, I think, is the feeling that you get of being happy and comfortable in your own skin when you have makeup on, but all the time. You want the feeling is what you want, not the makeup, not the appearance. The feeling is what you should be going after. That's what you want. That's what you should be chasing down and figuring out a way to do that with everything, without needing the makeup to do it.
Well, on the topic of makeup and being a slave to makeup and stuff like that, I'm really tired of the whole idea that girls have to wear makeup and everything. Because yes, I have been out in public without makeup where somebody's commented on if I look tired or not. It's not great, but guess what? I was tired. So it's not a big deal. But it also comes down to take care of your skin. You don't have to wear makeup to look like you have nice skin. You just have to actually take care of your skin. A lot of girls out there, they complain that their skin is so bad and that's why they have to wear makeup. Their skin is probably bad because they have a crappy diet, because now it's all glamatized to be like a slob eating a pizza and a donut at the same time. That's not good for your skin. You're not drinking enough water. You're not doing any type of skin regimen. You don't have any type of like set schedule for yourself. So what else do you think is going to happen? And then here you are complaining about having to spend all this money on expensive makeup, but nobody's holding a gun to your head and making you do that.
And then the cycle repeats.
Yep, and it's just...
You get cake face. Listen, kids, if you're ugly, you're ugly. There's nothing wrong with being ugly.
And it's
Shout it from the
Just
rooftops.
accept it. Just accept that you're ugly.
I'm ugly and I'm proud.
I'm ugly and
I'm proud.
That's what it is. Nobody looks good 100% of the time.
Never.
Yeah.
Never. People are gross. We have holes and they do nasty things.
Yeah.
Like, get over yourself. Get over yourself. Sponsor us.
But at the same time, if you are confident, if you do feel confident in your skin, I feel like this kind of illuminates and it shows, you know, like when if somebody's sitting there without makeup on and they decided to put on a sweatshirt and not brush their hair and they're sitting there like, yeah, you look miserable. But if you're having a good time and you're smiling and you're touching your face and stuff, then it's fine. Like.
Hey guys, thanks for watching our video. Please hit that subscribe button, like the video, comment, and ring that notification bell. You can further support us by following us on our social media that includes Snapchat, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and Patreon. Thank you.